Hey, Danielle and Karen here with Your Fitness Friday. By popular demand, we've had some requests for a few more yoga videos, so we are going to show you a yoga flow.
Okay, Danielle, come into all fours, and we're going to go through just the basic foundation of flow. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. We're going to inhale. And on the exhale, go into cat stretch. Dropping the head, dropping the tailbone, rounding out the back. Inhale, the opposite of that, the sits bones lift, the chest lifts, the gaze comes up. Do that again, it feels really good. Exhaling into the cat stretch, pulling the navel to the spine, and then inhaling into the dog tilt. Pause there, up onto the toes, into the very famous, the very glamorous, bum up in the air pose, downward facing dog pose. Now you don't have to have your legs straight. Danielle's very flexible and she has her heels down. So soften your knees for a moment. Find to do a downward facing dog with soft knees. This is the idea of downward facing dog, lengthening the pose, pushing your bum back. Good strong arms. Take another inhale and an exhale and draw the navel to the spine. You're going to make a transition into the plank pose. Maybe not one of our favorite poses in yoga, but it's definitely a strength building pose. And yoga is just as much about strength, building strength, as it is about building flexibility. We're going to drop down to the knees, tops of the feet, squeeze your elbows in so you use your triceps and all the way down to your stomach. And just rest there for a moment. We love this move where we walk the legs out. Lift up one leg, firm it up about an inch, and it feels like somebody's pulling on your big toe. And then lower that down. And then do that on the other side. And it feels like you're creating traction on your low back. The first back bend I'm going to show is locust pose. And then I'll give you the option of doing upward facing dog. So draw the tailbone down. Lift the legs. And then your arms come behind you like airplane wings. Nice, safe back bend for everyone, feeling the strength and the firmness of your back muscles. Lower down, stacking the hands underneath your forehead. Relax for a moment, soften. Yoga is the balance between effort and then surrender. The other choice in a flow is the upward facing dog pose. I would recommend staying with locusts if you had any back or shoulder situations. But trying upward facing dog, your hands move by your chest. Your feet are a little bit wider, press down to the tops of the feet, and on the in-breath, lift your chest, straightening the arms, drawing the shoulders down and back. Now we're making a transition, so pull the belly in, and then back to the downward facing dog pose. And breathe. And again, the length in this pose is what we're looking for. It's not really about a hamstring stretch, although it can feel really good if you take the energy of the thighs back. And even drop down through the heels. Doesn't matter if they ground, but just so you're feeling that great stretch. Downward facing dog is considered a restful pose in flow yoga. But the other restful pose, one of our favorite poses, is child's pose. Drop to your knees, sit back down to your heels. And the idea is that your bum is coming down to the heels and you're feeling a great stretch. And then lifting up out of child's pose, come to a seated position. Take a moment to feel the breath moving through the body, the stretch. Notice that you not only feel good physically, but I'm always looking for the feeling of peace. We'll end with namaste. Take a long, slow inhale. Namaste.
Namaste. Thanks.